What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, Steelers Nation? What's happening? Welcome to the latest episode of Terrible Towel Tuesday. I am your host, SimFBallCritic, live from the Steel Basement. And let's get into it. And as you can see, boys and gals, I do not have the phone queue on tonight. So because of that, let me turn off the lower third. I don't want to confuse anyone tonight. Do not have the phone queue up tonight. This one is going to be in and out. Just got a lot, I'm a little tired, man. I'm going to turn in early tonight, so I didn't want to do a long show tonight. So that's the only reason why I'm not taking calls tonight. But welcome, guys. Welcome. Hope you all are doing great tonight, having a lovely day, lovely evening, whatever you want to call it. Give me a second, guys. We're just pulling up my notations here, and we'll have that. And also, I wanted to check something really quick in real time. Hold on. 1 second. Because I said this on the previous show, and I already have forgotten the date. Give me a second. I just want to make sure I have it correct. Yes, July the 25th. So we're almost there. If I'm not mistaken, what the day is, the 16th. Yeah, we're getting close. I believe next Thursday will be the start of training camp, and then at that point, guys, we will have a lot more to talk about. Maybe we'll get a steel table show in before that. We'll see. Maybe, just maybe, if Kenyon is available, if Tony perhaps is available, maybe we'll get a steel table in, man, next Tuesday and have at it. But let's say hello to the early commenters, because like I said, man, tonight I'm just going to hit my quick topics. Then I'm going to chit-chat with you guys in the chat. Excuse me as I adjust my microphone here. And then we'll be done tonight. So, hello, Mark Cunningham, Aaron Morris, my man, Y Diggy. Good to see you last night as well, Y Diggy. Hello, Lanisha, the lovely Lanisha in the building. Y'all know how we do, guys. Take care of our lady listeners. Lanisha is one of our faithful. Hello, Lanisha. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying cool as well. Being out in Florida, it is super cold here. Super hot here in Pennsylvania where I'm located. So I can only imagine. Jared Devil, good buddy Kenyon in the building. Who else? Steeler Cards, Jack Bauer, Mr. Elman, the infamous Tim, and Victor Johnson. All right. And again, the infamous Tim says Aiyuk spotted at a Pittsburgh airport. Man, let me tell y'all, it would be quite the shock. I would be really shocked if, for whatever reason, the Pittsburgh Steelers land a trade for Brandon Aiyuk. I just don't see them spending that type of money for a wide receiver. I mean, listen, anything's possible in today's world of sports. I just don't see it happening. Even the aggressiveness of a Omar Khan, I just don't see it. I don't see how the Steelers will get a deal done for anything. Let's be modest. Less than $25 a year, APY. I don't see it, man, and I don't see them making Brandon Aiyuk that type of paid player on a Steeler roster right now. Looking at some of the other contracts, I don't think they shoot him up the ladder like that in terms of hierarchy. But hey, stranger things have happened. So listen, if for some reason he lands in Pittsburgh, you're not going to sit here get me to say, I knew it would never happen. No, I'm just giving you my thoughts on me not expecting or thinking it will happen. But if it happens, we'll see. All right, let's get into the topics. And again, I know people like the infamous Tim like to call in, just letting everybody know tonight, not accepting phone calls tonight. That's why I took the number off the screen. But if you guys see this, if you're new to the channel, new to the show, normally I take phone calls, live calls, just not tonight because this is going to be a shorter show. I want to get in and get out. But let's get into it, man. I have a couple of quick topics that I want to hit on. I'm going to talk about, ask you guys, what do you expect of the 2024 Steelers? I also want to share some comments Kevin Colbert had about Mike Tomlin. And it's some of the things that I've said before, and I'm just going to read that verbatim and then give my thoughts on that. And then the final topic, as you see Justin Fields in the my thumbnail there, will the Steelers install my dream package? Will they? And I will mention that package again here tonight. So let's jump right into it, man. Let's talk about Kevin Colbert first. Let's read what he has to say here. He says, Colbert praised Mike Tomlin for getting the Steelers in a situation to win year in and year out, and he said he doesn't get enough credit. He says he doesn't get enough credit. Now, those were not my words, so I don't necessarily share those words. But let me explain to you or read to you what Kevin Colbert was quoted as saying. I guess the question was, did he give enough credit? He says no. He says Tomlin getting enough credit, that doesn't happen. What he basically says here, Mike Tomlin is a superb NFL head coach. I know people talk about, well, they haven't won a playoff game in how many years, and it is, but to win a football game is extremely hard in the National Football League. To win a division is extremely hard. To make the playoffs is extremely hard. To win a playoff game is extremely hard. To have a chance to be in that situation year in and year out, it's very, very difficult. And I think that gets shortchanged when people talk about not winning a playoff game. I think that Mike has been extremely diligent in making sure that the Pittsburgh Steelers have a chance each and every year. That's what we want. He says that's what we want. Emphasis on that. That's what we want. This is Colbert talking. He says, but to that point, Mike's never happy when we don't win the Super Bowl. Let me turn the music down on my side a little bit. So the reason why I'm even pointing this out, good people, it feeds into what I have been saying about Mike Tomlin and why the Pittsburgh Steelers chose to extend him. Why he has been the Pittsburgh Steelers coach for going into 17 years now, or was that his 17th year? I think that was his 17th year. I think 16 or 17, but whatever. But that feeds into what I've been saying. The reason why it happens is because, like Colbert said there, and he says that's what we want. I think he's speaking about the organization. It keeps the money coming in. Being in conversation, being in potential position every year keeps the franchise a successful franchise. And you have to remember, if people like Colbert or the Rooneys or whoever else in the NFL, these owners and these GMs and all that, if everybody is in agreement and they all say that it is very difficult and hard to win in the NFL, what you cannot take away from Mike Tomlin is in his tenure, he has a Super Bowl ring. Whether y'all want to put an asterisk on it or not. Some of you guys will always say, oh, no, that was, cowards. Whatever y'all want to say. The fact of the matter is, as a head coach, he has a Super Bowl. And if an organization understands that it's tough to win, he has that. And he continues to keep the Steelers in position and in conversation. In turn, if you're a businessman, that is job well done, ching ching. Of course, everybody wants to win, just like he just said there. I'm sure Mike Tomlin is not happy when he doesn't win. So again, this is not an endorsement for Mike Tomlin. I'm just trying to get you guys and gals, Steelers fans, to understand this is why he is the coach and has been for so long and now has been extended for 3 additional years beyond 2024, is because it's consistent. It is successful in terms of organization. Not talking about Super Bowl wins. I'm just saying, from a business standpoint, that is the reason why Mike Tomlin was extended. Plain and simple. Sorry. Now, in addition to that, let's talk about, what do you guys expect from the 2024 Pittsburgh Steelers? I'm going to ask that question. I want you guys to put it in the comments. Here's the reason why I asked that question. Here's something that we do in Steeler Nation. We complain about everything. We don't like this. We don't like that. We don't like certain draft picks. We didn't like the draft pick of Kenny Pickett. We didn't, some of us did not like the Russell Wilson pickup. Some of us do not like the Justin Fields pickup, right? Some of you guys don't like that. Some people did not like the signing or the hiring, of Arthur Smith, right? So when you consider that you didn't like the quarterback that was drafted in Kenny Pickett, you don't like the two replacement options, you don't like the offensive coordinator, then why is it that Steeler Nation expects the Steelers to go to the Super Bowl and win it? We always have it. We want it both ways, and I don't understand why we think that is the case. So you guys know I come on here and I ask that question year in and year out, and I ask it for a reason. I try to be more realistic as a fan and understanding that even on paper, I don't think the Pittsburgh Steelers are a Super Bowl team. I don't. Now, when they get out there, because I was talking to my big brother, cousin Floyd, over the weekend. Got a chance to see him. I went down to Richmond to my hometown, man, celebrate my sister-in-law's birthday. And we were talking. Him and my other brother-in-law, we were all talking. We have high hopes, but the expectation is a different thing. Hopes is cool, but expectation is different. Because here's the fact of the matter, guys. We don't know what Russell Wilson is going to look like for the Steelers. We do not know if Russell Wilson will remain the starting quarterback. If he doesn't, we don't know what the Steelers look like with Justin Fields. We don't even know what the offense will look like with Arthur Smith. So when you have all those question marks, we're all excited, of course, even me. I'm excited just by the names, like, oh man, if Russ can be anything close to Danger Russ, that Russell Wilson, man, we might be able to do something. But the fact of the matter is, I haven't seen it. And it's hard to predict or it's hard to expect when I don't even know what type of quarterback play we're going to get and what our offense will look like. And I'm going to go on record. I'm saying this. July the 16th, 2024. So regardless of how the season turns out, if it starts to go sour, I'll come back and say, remember what I said back on July 16th? What I'm hoping for is that they exceed expectations. What I'm hoping for is that Pittsburgh Steelers get in the playoffs with Russ or Fields, win a playoff game, and compete. I would love for that to happen because if this team could do that, then it lets me know, we're trending in the right direction. Hey, we've been getting in the playoffs the last couple of years, just haven't won it. So what I would like to see them be able to do is win a playoff game, and then I can say, things may be starting to change. But even before this season starts, I can tell you right now, I am not expecting to win a Super Bowl. There's too many other teams, even on paper in the AFC, that look like they're in more of a prime position because that their old machine is closer to being well than ours is. The Ravens, I feel like the Ravens' best chance was last year, but they'll bounce back, I'll expect. But with that quarterback, anything's possible with them. You can't rule them out. A healthy Joe Burrow. Let's not sit here and act like Joe Burrow won't that dude. Has even beat Kansas City a couple times. The Texans are on the rise. The Dolphins. The Colts. It's a lot. So I'm saying it's a lot of teams that's either, kind of rebuilding and somewhat on the rise like us, or may have performed better than us. And there's those teams the normal giants. Like I said, the Bengals, the Ravens, the Chiefs, Jacksonville's coming. And that's why I'm saying, looking at what our team is today, now let's see how they gel. My opinion might change come week 6. Y'all know I wait till about week 6. But I'm just saying, sitting here today, I asked that question because I see still a nation, Y'all go one way and then y'all go the other way. You don't like any of the moves made here, but then you expect them to have 17 wins. I'm like, how does those two match up? Now, if you're somebody who likes the moves that were made, maybe not all, but you're cool with a Russell Wilson, you're cool with the hiring of Arthur Smith, you're anticipating better production based off of the offensive weapons and the defense, I can understand you saying, yeah, man, I expect us to, win maybe 10 games this year, get in the playoffs. That's what I expect too. I do expect that. I do expect the Steelers to continue possibly getting into the playoffs. And I hope, that's a different word. I hope they win at least one playoff game. And that's where I'm at with it. That's just where I'm at with it. Like Kev so nice said, AFC North is hard, man. Mark Cunningham says, Sim, I think the Chargers are going to be dangerous. Yeah, man, it's a lot of other teams that, whether you want to say we might be on the rise, there's a whole lot of other teams as well. So that's just all I got on that, man. Let me see if anybody else had a comment about what they expect. Kev says he's not expecting anything. Infamous Tim says, I want to see the offense consistency both through the air and on the ground. Like that. Says defensively and on special teams, I know we good. I'm not setting unrealistic goals. And that's all it's all about, guys. It's, you're free to feel and think however you want. I'm just always trying to tell you guys how I think and the logic I try to use to, come to that decision. It's the only reason for that question. Next up. Wait, Antoine says, I can see the Steelers using a third, fourth for Aiyuk. I just want to remind you guys, Brandon Aiyuk is disgruntled. He wants to get paid. I'm sure him and his agent will approach the 49ers and they will somewhat demand, because it's never completely up to the player, but they will demand where they go. Whoever they speak with, hey, if we get traded, we want to re-sign and we want to restructure contract. If y'all can't make that happen for us, we're not going to play for you. Best believe that conversation is being had. So the players do have quite a bit of influence on the trade, because they could very well tell the team who's looking to trade for them, we're not going to play, I'm going to sit out. He's looking to be re-signed. So Antoine and anybody else that is thinking about Aiyuk, do you realistically think the Steelers are going to pay the money that he's demanding? Like I said, anything's possible. I'm not going to rule anything out anymore, especially with Omar Khan. I just don't see it happening because it's going to cost a lot of money. So that's my only hesitation to that. All right, and last topic, man. Will the Pittsburgh Steelers install my dream package on offense? Let me just explain to you what that package is, and let me make sure I'm not overcounting. So you have 5 offensive linemen. And let's see. Okay. There it is. So I think the package that I'm anticipating for 11 players. Let me tell you the package. I've said it on here before, but I just needed to count it out to make sure I wasn't overcompensating. I would love to see. And the reason why I'm asking this question is it was quoted that Justin Fields stated that he 100% will have packages on offense for the Steelers. That's what's being reported, or that's what Justin Fields has said, is that he will 100% have a package or packages made around him, revolving around him in the Steelers offense. And actually, let me see if I can find a direct quote so I can read to you what he says here. Let's see. Let's see. What does he say? Can't find it, but basically it's being reported. It's being reported. Okay, so I don't know if Phil said it, but it's being reported from Jeremy Fowler. He says Arthur Smith will use him. It says we'll start with the idea of Justin Fields having some packages for him in this offense. 100%, that is the plan. They've already worked on it. This is what Fowler is saying. So let's assume that's true. That's why I asked the question, will they install it? Here's my dream package. You got your 5 offensive linemen. At tight end, Darnell Washington, 6th offensive lineman. Wide out, George Pickens. He likes to block. Matchup nightmare one-on-one in terms of jump ball ability. That's your 7. Who are the other 4? Justin Fields at quarterback. Najee Harris flanking his right side. Jaylen Warren flanking his left side. And Cordero Patterson behind him. Or in any order. Maybe you put Najee Harris right behind him and you put Warren and Patterson on either side. Can you imagine the creativity in this scariness or the fear that you will invoke in a defensive coordinator attempting to stop that in a goal-to-goal situation? A 3rd and short. 2nd and goal. From the 2. From the 5. How do you defend it? How do you defend it properly? You got to bring your big bodies out there, but put one-on-one on George Pickens. Okay, good luck with that on the jump ball. Darnell Washington, good luck with that. But again, these 2 guys can block. Get somebody lined up one-on-one on Jaylen Warren coming out of the backfield and his quickness. Or Cordero Patterson. Justin Fields running, imagine running read option out of that set. Imagine the Steelers running a triple option. Yeah, college style out of that formation. So again, let me explain it to you again. The 5 offensive linemen. Darnell Washington at tight end. George Pickens, the lone receiver. Justin Fields at quarterback. Najee Harris directly behind him. Jaylen Warren to his right. Cordero Patterson to his left. And that, my friends, would be my dream package for the Pittsburgh Steelers, particularly in short to go, goal-to-goal situations. Will it happen? Is my question. Will it happen? And that's all I got, man. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Wouldn't that be nasty? Woo! But that's all I got as far as my topics, man. I'm going to spend a little bit of time in here with you guys, man. We're at about 24 minutes. I won't go beyond 30. Any comments, questions, concerns you guys have, I will read them here. Like I said, apologies for not opening up the phone queue tonight, but I just wanted it to be a quick in and out show tonight, man. Didn't want to go too long tonight. We'll bring the phones back next week. See what y'all got. Y'all got anything? I'll wait to see what y'all got. But yeah, just imagine that. Imagine trying to stop that. Imagine trying to guess where the ball is going, especially in a read option. You got so many. Is he going to hand it off to Najee? Like, you don't know where the ball's going. If they fake the handoff straight up the middle and then flank Either Warren or Patterson. Like, imagine that. We could legit run a triple option. You can run the dive or pull it. Run that thing. You can pitch it or keep it. Whew. Thing of beauty. Yeah, Mark Cunningham, I'm talking about having the 5. Yeah, it's essentially wishbone, right? Because you would have in the backfield, you got, again, Fields at quarterback, the 2 backs, Warren and Kadero Patterson left and right, and Najee directly behind Justin Fields. That would be monstrous. Antoine says he just knows when Justin gets his chance, he's going to light it up. Hey, we'll see. I'm glad you're confident. I see you, Kenyon. Yeah, man, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I'm going to peep it. Realistically, I probably will get a chance to watch it tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, more than likely. But I'm definitely going to get to it, man. I'm behind on... not behind, but guys, I just missed House of the Dragons episode from Sunday, so don't give me no spoilers, guys. Oh, okay. Twan says he does not want Aiyuk. Okay, I got you. That's good. I'm cool with that. Mark says also you can reverse it to Austin or Pickens. Well, it's only going to be one receiver. So, yeah, but I see what you're saying. Either Pickens or, see, that adds another dimension. You put Calvin Austin out there. Put Calvin Austin out there and run like a jet motion. Has that even been done? Has there ever been jet motion ran out of wishbone? With the nasty. Nasty. Kev says, so how often do you think about we should run it? I say you pull it out a few times a game. And also what I would do is, to be strategic, I wouldn't just run it in short yardage situations. I would also run it on 1st and 10. Just to get a defense something to think about so they can't key on it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you have a special package like that, you got to feed it to them. You got to give them something to respect. You don't want it, because it ain't going to be as much of a fail safe as the tush push. It ain't going to be 100% like that. But I think that's what you do is you run it early in the game once or twice. Just to make them respect it on 1st and goal, a 2nd and 10, something like that. And then the more you feature it, they can't really key on what you're trying to do because it doesn't, the idea is you don't want it to look like situational. You don't want it to look like, situation, this is the only time they run that. Nah, you got to throw it out there once or twice to make them think about that thing. That's what I would do. Roman Wilson, number 3. Yeah, I think you'll see Roman Wilson, man. If he does what he's supposed to do, I think you're definitely going to see him in the slot this year. I don't know if he comes out the starter or not, but I think they'll definitely utilize him in the slot. Yeah, that would be crazy formation, man. But just wanted to throw that out there, man. Yeah, Antoine, Washington is out there. So again, let me read it to you guys one more time. And then we're going to shut this one down for tonight. The lineup would be the 5 down offensive linemen. Of course, in that situation, I got Fatanu and Broderick Jones at the tackles. Whichever side they're going to play, I would assume we're going to put Fatanu at right because, supposedly they've moved Broderick Jones to left. All of that confirmation will come out of training camp. But at the right tackle spot, Fatanu. Left tackle spot, Broderick Jones. You got James Daniels. You got Siamalu. Got Frazier at center or Nate Herbig if he wins it. All right. So those are your 5 linemen. At tight end, you got Donnell Washington. One lone receiver, George Pickens, in the big body situation. Or if you want to get cute, you put Calvin Austin out there just to trick him with speed. If you want to do the, run some jet motion out of that formation. And then it's Justin Fields, Cordero Patterson, Jalen Warren, and Najee Harris. Holy moly. That's all I'm going to say. Holy moly. But guys, I think that's going to do it. Hold on. Tim says, if Aiyuk is really that good if he was really that good, or was he getting less coverage since he basically played with the Avengers on offense? So I think essentially what he's asking, and this is not a direct comparison, but he may be asking, I think what Tim is asking loosely, to put it in Steeler terms, is Brandon Aiyuk really that good, or is he a Juju Smith to Antonio Brown? Is he Juju Smith-Schuster to Antonio Brown, where AB was getting so much attention, Juju was cooking. Juju was cooking as the second option in the slot. And I think that's what Tim is asking. Is Aiyuk really that good, or is it because Deebo Samuel has to be respected? Christian McCaffrey, you can't really not pay attention to him. Kittle. I will say this, though. I think Aiyuk has shown up even when Samuel wasn't on the field. So that is a very good question. I say Brandon Aiyuk is good. I think he's a good, for the most part. I can't really say this confidently that he's a great route runner because I haven't studied his tape, but he gets open. He definitely knows how to find the void in the zone. He makes combat catches. But that is an excellent question. And again, I'm not going to be one of these people that act like I know everything. I would really have to watch and study it and study him, study the offense, who's on the field, how the defense playing him, to tell you if he's that good or if he's a product of, the opportunity being created by everyone else on the field. That's a great question. But all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, man. But before I do, I'm going to remind you, listen, if you haven't already, if you like the video, hit the like button. Also, if you're not subscribed, I would suggest subscribing to the channel. And last but not least, make sure you turn on those notifications. Hit that notification bell. How else would you know if I was streaming or I've uploaded a video? If you can do those three things for me, it would greatly be appreciated. And that's all I got. So y'all know the routine, man. Thanks for tuning in, of course. Y'all stay safe. God bless. Stay healthy. Good night. Thank you for coming through. And like always, appreciate you tuning in to Terrible Towel Tuesday. Peace.